I think that white people are committed to being villains in the aggregate, right?
This is Professor Brittany Cooper. She's a professor at Rutgers, and she hates white people. I'm seeing this video floating around the internet. People are doing videos on this Rutgers professor. But from everything I've seen, this video came out a year ago. She said this a year ago, but for some reason it's gone like viral. This is the same lady that was on Oprah, that she blamed herself being overweight on racism. She said that dieting doesn't work the same for black women as it does for white women, and her weighing like 400 pounds is racist. It's okay to hate on white people and demonize them, but just keep in the back of your mind that if you change the word white to black, imagine how well that would go over.
And it's like, no, that's what white humans did. White human beings thought there's a world here and we own it. Prior to them, black and brown people have been sailing across oceans, interacting with each other for centuries without total subjugation, domination, and colonialism, right?
She's saying that colonialism is just a white thing, and that black people have been peaceful as far back in time as you want to go. And it's just evil white people that tried to dominate everything. Yeah, according to this racist idiot, it was just white people that acted like barbarians way back in the day. You know, we're living in the most civilized time, and go to Africa, they still have fucking slaves over there.
That a politics that says like there are superior and inferior human beings just isn't the way to go. And that's the thing that white people don't trust us to do, because they are so corrupt. You know, their thinking is so morally and spiritually bankrupt about power.
According to this bitch, white people, all white people, they only care about power, and all white people are corrupt. This lady is trying to teach to her college students that all white people think they're superior to black people, I guess is what she's saying. Hey, do you think this lady hates Jewish people? Bet she does. I think this lady probably hates anybody that's not black. I think this lady doesn't stand for all black people, that's for sure. I know there's a lot of black people that don't like white people, but this lady is definitely a minority. I don't think you could never say that she represents black people. Then again, black people over the past 10 years have been they're being indoctrinated into hating white people, so who knows?
You know, they fear viscerally, existentially letting go of power because they cannot imagine that there's another way to be. It is either that you dominate or you are dominated. And isn't it sad that is spiritually who they are, and that they can't imagine a sort of more expansive notion of the world?
According to this lady, all white people just want to be in control of everything. We want to dominate everything. And that's just spiritually who we are. That's so crazy. Can you imagine if I made a video saying all of this same kind of rhetoric about black people? YouTube would give me a strike, or they would pull my page completely. Black people can say whatever they want. We have to cater to them. You know what I mean? They can be racist, blatantly racist, like this lady. She gets paid to be racist, and she's teaching this to college kids.
The thing I want to say to you is we got to take these motherfuckers out.
That's nuts. She said we need to take these motherfuckers out. Talking about white people, they need to eliminate us, is what she's saying. What if I said that about black people? Could you imagine?
But I know, but like, we can't say that, right? We can't say.
You just said it, bitch.
Like, I don't believe in a project of violence. I truly don't. Because I think in the end that our souls suffer from that.
She doesn't believe in violence, but she wants to take us all out. So how many people listen to this woman and believe what she's saying 100% and actually become violent against white people? You know what I mean? Because in their minds, they think it's okay. Do you think this woman is creating a more violent world or a more peaceful place?
So here is where I land most days about white people. And I actually have been helped in this by thinking about indigenous people, right? See, part of the challenge around whiteness is that it totally skews our view of everything, right? I gave this like TED talk about this some years back, and one of the reasons I was trying to think about it,
This racist bitch is giving TED Talks?
the world didn't start when white people arrived in America and tried to tell all the rest of us how things were going to go. There were people out here making worlds, Africans and indigenous people being brilliant, and, libraries and inventions and, vibrant notions of humanity and cross-cultural exchange long before white people showed up being raggedy and violent and terrible and trying to take everything from everybody.
So, black people and indigenous people, they don't need white people. They had libraries, they were inventing all kinds of great stuff. It's the white people that ruined it. Okay. Show me an African country or a country that's all black and they got it going on. You know what I mean? It's a perfect place to live, right? You find a place like that and you're gonna find extreme violence and poverty, right? She says white people show up and we just take things from everybody, right? I don't know, you watch the news lately? Anytime you see something being stolen or some kind of violent act going on, it ain't white people doing it. I'll tell you that. And I'm just saying the black population is only 13%, and it seems to me like they're committing most of the thievery and robberies and violence, right? So, what's this lady thinking?
All things that begin end. White folks are not infinite and eternal, right? They ain't gonna go on for infinity and infinity. And that's super important to remember, that white colonialism and imperialism has a beginning. And in my way of thinking about the world, that means it has an end. And so
it sounds to me like she's saying white people are coming to an end one way or another.
Part of what we are trying to do is to imagine what are the steps that we must take to get to the other side of this very inconvenient, epochal interruption of like black and indigenous world making.
She doesn't say specifically. She's just saying, what do we have to do to get past the white people? All right. What do we have to do to make sure they're not here anymore? Right? It's just an inconvenient part of history where black people have to live with white people for now. But it sounds to me like she's thinking about how do we get rid of all white people, because they'll have a much better world without whites, I guess. Hitler talked like this in Germany and had all the people kind of going, yeah, let's get rid of those Jews. You know what I mean? Thank God most people don't share her views.
I mean, does that give people comfort on the day-to-day when you like just having to deal with white folks and the travesties that they create and the sense that they want to destroy the planet? Nah.
This lady hates white people with a passion. She's saying, yeah, white people create travesties, I guess.
Whiteness is largely an inconvenient interruption. And so we then get to ask ourselves, so why am I here in this moment of it? Like, damn, why did I show up in this particular iteration? And it's like, well, I think we showed up in this iteration precisely so that we could help to figure out an end and a way to the other side of this, gargantuan historical tragedy that is white supremacy.
So she's contemplating why the black people have to share space with white people at this point in time. It's an inconvenience. In a perfect world, according to her, there would be no white people. There'd just be black people, I guess. I wonder what she thinks about Asian people. She probably don't like them either, guarantee it. That This is the most racist bitch I think I've ever seen. Imagine somebody this racist teaching kids. You know, she teaches the critical race theory, African studies, and gender studies. That's disgusting. Rutgers University hires this racist bitch. Ugh. What do you think about that?